What's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. So listen, all right. I had to put a little space in between that last one, bro. Watching those, I don't think I can do those on a daily, man. I can't do those on a daily, bro. I had to put a little bit of space in between that last kind of To Catch a Predator vibe video that we checked out, man, where the dude drove several hours for like a 13-year-old girl, man. It was just, it's a lot to unpack. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to, you know what I mean? So we got to put a little bit of space into these. So that being said, we back. This is the next joint we got. This is Hansen versus Predator, former mail carrier sting, all right? Mail carrier. I can't even get it out. Mail carrier. I guess it's just so far-fetched, I can't even say it when you're thinking about this, because although we're sitting back and we're watching this, but this is an actual true crime taking place, bro. We have to stop and we have to register that in our brain. Like, you know what I mean? We looking at this, but this is an actual true crime taking place. Remember that. It's crazy. All right. So if you're new to the channel, man, hit the subscribe button, join the fam, and we like to see your thoughts and your opinions on this stuff. How you feel about this?
Going to cuddle in bed with a 13-year-old girl named Bailey. But in a few minutes, 40-year-old John Dupay will
40 years old, traveling to see a 13-year-old. I don't care how many times I hear that is still cringeworthy. That is still like, it still pisses me off. It still like is unbelievable to hear a 40-year-old is traveling to see a 13-year-old.
We'll find out that this hookup has no happy ending. Dupay is the latest monster we've caught in our all-new investigative segment, Hansen versus Predator. We're working with the Fairfield, Connecticut police and the online predator watchdog group Tetrad Core. They post profiles on apps like Whisper using innocuous pictures of actual underage girls who are protecting their identities. Dupay contacts not one, but two of our decoys. One we'll call Brittany and the other Bailey, hoping to strike up a sexual relationship. This phone call will creep you out.
Hello. Hey. Hey, baby.
He appears to be so desperate, he would risk a long prison sentence for a night with a 13-year-old. The text messages he sends are even more disturbing. He calls the youngster baby. Dupay likes to be called Boo.
Hey, Boo. I'm all fresh from the shower.
I wish I smell your body, baby. Baby, I think it's gonna...
No.
Boo, I'm all fresh from the shower.
I wish I smell your body, baby. Baby, I think it's gonna be amazing for me and you when our bodies are touching and I'm inside you and we're kissing. OMG.
Online, Dupay uses fake names like John Santoro and Johnny Connecticut. He's a former mail carrier and says he worked as a package handler at UPS. He claims he's 30, but he's actually 40. He calls Bailey from his cell phone.
Hello. Hey, Boo.
He claims he's 30. Like that made it any better. Did 30 make it better? I'm missing something? Still wrong.
Where are you? I'm outside.
More than a dozen hidden cameras throughout the Sting house capture his every move. Our fence cam captures him going to the door with a bag of gifts. Our decoy is a 19-year-old theater student who could easily pass for 13. She takes him inside where our kitchen cam records the conversation and my confrontation.
What did you bring?
Presents.
What do you got? Show me.
Chips.
Nice. What kind is it? Thank you.
She asked for snacks, and he's more than happy to oblige. A bag of chips, a caramel-covered chocolate bar, and a giant bottle.
I know it's not right, But so what? In this situation, I feel like we know who he is now. We know what type of person he is. I can profile this dude, right, and not feel bad about it. He looks like somebody who does this. He has that look, like he owned a fleet of vans, not just one, a fleet of vans that don't have no windows in them, that's got plastic aligned at the bottom of them for creepy, crazy stuff. Like, he looks like that dude. Every movie that is made with this type of predator in it, he looks like he fits the role, that he could play every part. He do. Just look at him. Look how he's surveying the scene.
To oblige, a bag of chips, a caramel-covered
That's not normal, bro.
chocolate bar, and a giant bottle of iced tea.
It's so nice to finally see you. This is crazy.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm really nervous.
Why?
I don't know, I've never done this. Have you?
No.
So what do you want to do?
A hug?
I don't know.
Hey, Boo.
Hey.
Have a seat right around that stool right there for me, please. No, right there. Please have a seat. Right there. Set the phone down, please. What is your plan here tonight?
Just hang out, watch football?
Hang out and watch football with whom?
With her.
Who's her?
With Billy.
And do you know how old Bailey is?
She's 14.
14. Mm-hmm. She told you she's 13. Not that that matters. Mm-hmm. How old are you?
30.
30.
Dupay is lying. We both know he's really 40. And what he doesn't know is that I have all the transcripts of his...
I don't know, but I don't know about y'all, but seeing Chris Hansen come out and his facial expression change, it don't make me feel all the way better, but it's a start. It's a start to know that you about to get what you deserve. It's not, you know what I mean?
Sordid conversations with minors. But I'm curious to see if he'll cop to his intentions.
And why would you at 30 think it would be okay to hang out with a 13-year-old girl home alone?
I mean, we just hit it off, friends.
You hit it off with a 13-year-old girl.
We were just talking.
Just talking. Well, now you're here. This is more than talk.
I know, we just came to hang out. You know, I brought
What, get a hug?
and watch football.
Watch football.
Yep.
Who's playing tonight?
Steelers and the Ravens. I had no intentions with nothing.
No intentions of...
Nope.
So what do you do at UPS?
I was a package handler.
Package handler. You're not there anymore.
No.
What do you do now?
Nothing.
Besides go online and try to talk to young girls?
I don't try to talk to. I just try to find a girl to talk to and hang out, whatever.
And how many times have you done this with somebody who's 13, 14 years old?
Never.
Never talked to another girl who said she was 13?
Nope.
Well, who's Brittany?
Who's Brittany?
That was the other girl you were talking to.
At that moment, he knew. I don't have I should have that soundbite. This moment, he knew. He done. At this moment in time, he knew. This look of a predator right here on the screen knew it's over for him.
What was this?
Within the last few weeks? So you say to Bailey on Whisper that you're 30, how old are you? She says 13. You say, you're not 13 in that pay? Yes, I'll be 14 next month. That's pretty clear. You remember that, right? Mm-hmm. You do. This does not look very good for you, John. The chat, the appearance, the dark chocolate. Did you bring condoms with you? Not in your pockets?
Nope.
But you see how this looks.
Absolutely.
Why don't you just tell me what you were really up to?
Just to hang out, get to know her, you know?
Ooh, look at the sweat on the forehead. Look at the sweat on the forehead, bro. Yeah, it just got real. It just got real.
Get to know her.
Yeah.
And if you were the parent of a 13-year-old girl, would you be comfortable with that?
I mean, it depends how I mean, if I'm a good person, you know, like...
Yeah, but typically good people don't meet strangers online, talk about sex, and then go over to visit, and within 3 minutes ask for a hug.
I mean, all I did was just ask for, you know, a hello hug. That was it.
With a 13-year-old girl. Walked right in the house.
Well, she told me to come in.
Does that make it right?
That sweat is beaming. Like any given Sunday, Willie beaming. Like beaming. Willie beaming. It is beaming on his forehead. Look at that. Yeah, bro. All Chris Hansen is doing is delaying the inevitable.
Knowing that she's 13.
Oh, I wouldn't have never just walked in, you know, without talking to her, you know, without getting her okay.
Now, you talked about spending the night here tonight.
Did you bring clothes? Did you bring clothes?
Well,
Yes or no?
it depended, you know, like, if she had to wake up in the morning, you know, like, if I was going to stay
Did
here.
she have to go to school?
She said she didn't have to go to school today.
Oh my gosh. It depends on if she had to wake up and go to school. 13 years of age is what? That would be, is that middle or is that still elementary? Okay, hold on. No, that's middle. My son, okay, that's middle school, bro. She would have to wake up to go to middle school. Middle school. Like say that one more time for the person in the back to hear in the congregation. Middle school is what we saying right now. Is it? You can't justify it, bro.
You know, like, if I was going to stay
Did she have
here.
to go to school?
She said she didn't have to go to school today. I mean, tomorrow.
So you could just spend the night and hang out with a 13-year-old girl. That's cool.
Well, I mean, I didn't plan on it.
You talked about it?
I mean, I was going to leave after the football game.
Unless you spent the night.
No, I didn't plan on spending the night.
You just
You
said
talked about having cannolis, a little dinner.
Yeah.
Sounds like you were going to have a special little night with your 13-year-old date.
I mean, all I was doing was just coming here to watch the game.
You tried to solicit a 13-year-old girl online using graphic sexual language. What do you think should happen to you?
So I'm not like that and a bad guy.
The pickup line John DuPay used to seduce a 13-year-old girl will turn your stomach.
You tell her, I would love to be the first guy to make you blank if you wanted me to, and I wanted to. Feel me inside you, baby.
oh. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. I can't even lie. Oh. And what's scary to know that I read I think a newspaper article today, matter of fact, that they're saying that child molestation currently with this pandemic going on, cases are up. So that alone like breaks my heart. You know what I'm saying, bro? That breaks my heart. But I read that today in a newspaper article. Online news article that stuff like this, the numbers are up currently right now.
Has that line ever worked for you before?
No.
Then why do you do that now?
There was this, I mean,
Well, what am I to make of this?
there was no intentions made by it.
That shows clear intent.
He obviously flunked Don Juan 101. Remember, this is the same guy who made that creepy phone call.
Hey, baby.
He then tries a different and equally disgusting approach, bragging about his mad party skills.
And then you talk about that you and a bunch of people snuck into a mansion and partied for days. Where was that mansion?
That was a while ago.
How long ago?
Maybe 8, 9 years
Oh,
ago.
so it was a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah.
How does this look? How does it look? John, you tell me, how does it look? If you were me, what would you think?
That I honestly made a mistake.
That you made a mistake. Well, that's true. And how would you define that mistake?
Not to talk to girls like online.
Or try to come over and have sex with them?
I wasn't trying to come over and have sex with her.
John, do you want me to read it again? What do you mean by that? Sounds like sex to me.
I was just playing with her,
Just playing with her.
not playing with her, but, just seeing like where she was,
She was 13.
I mean, I'd never had sex with her. I mean, I didn't plan on coming here to have sex
not
with her.
Tonight, because I walked in.
And I didn't plan on it.
You didn't plan on it? Come on, you talked about it.
Like, that wasn't my intentions. I talked to her all day today about just coming over, watching the game, and just hanging.
You talked to her all day today. Why? Why? Why?
No.
Salads.
About what?
You talked about salads.
About like food and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, while we're watching the game.
This is a whole different kind of food here that you're talking about. So what do you think should happen to you, John? You're in a bit of a fix here.
I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Well, there's something you need to know, and that is I'm Chris Hansen. And this is an investigation called Hansen versus Predator.
The look on Dupay's face says it all.
Sir, if you want to leave, you should go out that door right there.
He knows what happens next.
Any weapons?
He's unarmed and put into the back of an unmarked police car. Our dash cam shows him being hauled off to police headquarters where he's booked, fingerprinted, and poses for a mugshot.
Just initial again and sign if you're willing to talk to us.
In the interrogation room, he cries as he signs away his right to remain silent. His forehead is wrinkled with worry as he's about to speak to detectives.
She's a little girl. Do you see that in the pictures? Do you see she's a little girl? Look. If she wanted to have sex tonight, would you have?
No. I swear I'm a little boy. I wasn't gonna have sex with her.
Oh, you had the nerve to have a kid. Oh. You have the nerve to have a kid.
I really wasn't.
Well, then help us understand this. You want her to feel you inside her. I mean, I know what that means to me.
I know. I should never said anything like that.
Watch closely and you'll see a classic case of good cop, bad cop in action.
What would have stopped you if she was all over you?
I would have just told her I can't do it.
You told Chris Hansen you were gonna spend the night.
No, I was gonna get picked back up.
Tonight?
Yep.
By sitting here and bullshitting us, which we're not believing, obviously, that you're there to watch a football game is crap.
So you were lying in the text messages?
Huh?
Were you lying to her in the text messages then?
I wasn't gonna have sex with her. I don't even know why I said those things.
He said them in the text, and that evidence was so overwhelming, Dupay pleaded guilty to 3 felony counts. Attempted second-degree sexual assault, attempted risk of injury to a minor, and attempting to entice a minor in an obscene act. I was in the other room watching the monitor as John comes in, and we see this from time to time. The potential predator comes in, almost swoops in.
Yeah, he came in pretty aggressive. If y'all noticed, she was already like, the conversation didn't last long because he was so aggressive. Like, they normally, from the first one I seen to this one, they let it go on until you try to make contact. When you make contact, that's when Chris Hansen steps in. So I was like, I was thinking, I was like, ooh, I wonder how long this is gonna go, because he automatically came. She was standing here and he was here and he made it here. And she was already like, I'm about to pull the plug on this. And then he said, can I get a hug? And it was over. It was over.
On the decoy, and it never fails to creep me out.
At his court appearance, other defendants were taunting him. Apparently, even the most hardened criminals think he crossed the line. maybe an indication of what he can expect in prison. His sentence, 8 years, suspended after serving 3. He also must register as a sex offender.
The chats, in many cases, very graphic. Were you surprised at how graphic these guys got?
Oh, tremendously surprised. Anybody who reads that and anybody who understands what's actually taking place and doesn't get sick to their stomach, I don't know. It is horrible dialogue that's occurring with children, and they know that they're children.
For now, DuPay is locked up. The streets of Connecticut are a little safer.
Wow, bro. Wow. And that was like the nail in the coffin, the final blow to me. That was like, he had a kid too. He has his own kid. So it's like, yo. And they actually gave us the years this time. So he actually got sentenced to 8, and I think they said he'll possibly do it 3 maybe, or maybe I heard that wrong. Y'all let me know in the comment section. But what do y'all think, man? Like you said, another one off the street, man. Like, this show should be one of those everlasting shows. They should never cut this show on. I don't know if it's still running, but if it's not, they need to get it back up and running and continue to pursue these guys, man, and get them off the street. That's how I feel. But y'all get at me in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think. Leave a like, share the video, subscribe, and stick around and stay tuned, man, to the next reaction. I'm out. Peace. Y'all stay solid. Hey.